There we go, and they've started the first match. Hold on, guys. One of the guys entered that who shouldn't. Let me just make sure it's the right guy. That's why I was curious to see the thief that was there. It's actually Hannibal that's with Saki, so that's good. So Morez is joined up. This is the guy that I want. This is Solki, and this should be Polymer. This is Polymer. Let's take a look. This is a much better combo. I was curious to see why there was a thief with the Firebrand, but it's okay on this. So it's Sage Amulet. He's running with Balthazar. He's also got Scepter, Torch, and Staff. Is he running Blood or Scourge? He's running with Blood, not Curses, and he's got Scourge, Blood Magic, and Soul Reaping. And this is an interesting map. They used to have a big, huge pillar on the side over here. I'll show you really quick. So on this side, yep, right over here. This pillar used to be really large and prominent, and it created a big issue for our map, so in the 2v2s and 1v1s, but they've actually removed it. I'm going to take a quick look at Always Different for now, or Morza. Actually, no, Always Different as the Berserker, trying to put in the heavy pressure, going really, really fast into Zaki and Green. He's got to be careful not to take too much pressure. We have Morza in the back trying to cleave, so it looks like they're going for the strategy where Morjas comes in for the heavy damage and tries to take most of it, but that wasn't a great strategy, especially with the Scourge Firebrand combo. He's kind of got to sustain a little bit and not be so aggressive. He failed the first one here, and as I mentioned, the only rules in this map is you can't change the class that you start with, and there's no class stacking. Everything else is allowed. So they take first match. Sorry guys, I'm just getting some whispers over here. Always Different actually goes into Vengeance to try to get some damage down. You are allowed to change a lot of your build, so it gives you a lot of opportunity to adjust and counter against your team. And for those of you watching in Twitch, we're also going to be deciding who was the best match. So if you have anyone in particular that you like as the best match, keep in that mind, because I'm going to ask at the end to see who was the best match. I'm going to give those guys, for all four of them, a share. So they're each going to get 25 gold. So for the best match, each participant is going to get 25 gold. And for the winner in this one, we're giving 450 gold to the winner to split between his team. We're giving 270 gold to second place, 180 gold to third place. That's splitting between their team. 100 gold to the best fight. So that's split between all four characters. And I'm also giving 20 gold at the end to my subscribers. So the subscribers just have to choose a number from 1 to 20. Whoever gets closest to the number I chose, they're going to get 20 gold from me. So here we go into game 2. I don't think Morris has made any major changes to his build. Maybe he's changed over. Nope. Still looks the same over here. He might have gone a little more defensive with Knight Amulet. And now let's see if they change their strategy up a bit. This map is all about terrain and dominating it. There's a lot of no port spots. There's a lot of high ground. Especially as a Dragon Hunter, he wants to have that. Now Indifferent is going in again for the heavy cleave, trying to get some damage down, but he's taking a lot of damage. They're actually focusing on Morajaz, who has to get away. He drops his trap down. He's doing as much damage as he can, but there's just too much sustain coming out from Zach. He's doing an incredible job keeping his Scourge up. They've got to change tactic. It looks like they're trying to burn down onto the Scourge from what I see, but they're literally not taking any damage. Morjas is down. Always Different is next one to come up. So that looks like it's going to be it for the first one. Zaki and Hannibal take that first game. Now we're going to be looking at Tyke and Alex versus Guess Who and Maledictus. So that was our game one. It was a best of 3 series. They didn't even get to the map mechanic, but the map mechanic is involved in this game here. So after 2 minutes, there is literally 0 healing, and there's an AoE effect that comes from the outside from both spawns. Here, I'll show you right here to give you a better example. So from here, there's an AoE effect that comes, and from here, there's an AoE effect. And they both encroach onto each other, eventually consuming the entire map and forcing the competitors over here. So you're basically, the way you control the ground is going to be super, super important. So this is Maledictus, and there's Guess Who. Perfect. They both entered. This is going... That's the challenge again for those guys who didn't see it. I'm going to go into Discord as well to post it there for those who haven't seen it. And I'm going to post it again into the twitch.com so you guys can see it as well. This is our 2v2 tournament. We have over 1,000 gold in prizes over here for our gentlemen today. Let's take a quick look at Adderwolf, who's running Rune of the Monk and Mender Amulet, Sword Shield with Staff. He's going more support, Zeal, Honor, and Firebrand. Hot Poker running on Thief, which is what we saw before, which is interesting. Acrobatics, Deadly Arts, and Daredevil. He's running with Crate and Carry On, Dagger with Short Bow. Tycoon is running Core Warrior. He's going Berserker for a lot of damage. You got OG running on Core Warrior. He's got Marauder with Eagle. He's still got a lot of damage. I'm sure is he running with Zeal? He might be running with Zeal. Looks like Alex is just sitting on the no port. No, he's running with regular Core Warrior, the one you see originally. He's taking a lot of damage. He's able to get the big heal up. Hot Poker's getting really low. Got caught in the Binding Blade. Tycoon does a good job putting pressure onto Adderwolf. Both of them couldn't sustain. They kind of got caught flat-footed over there. And Tycoon and OG take the first round. That was really, really, really fast. That was really, 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 really fast. They got to be much more attentive. Hot Poker as well. It's got to be super careful. And our next match after this, guys, is actually going to be Joke and Valiant Cole versus Donson and Glitch. Let me just make sure. Versus Joker and Valiant Cole, I believe it was. They haven't started it yet. I'm waiting for... This is Adderwolf. I'm looking for Hot Poker. There he is. He's just entered. Let's see if they made any changes to their builds. I don't think so. They can make any changes they want. Still running... Nope, he's still running the same, going for the heavy Condi, but he's got to be a lot more careful, especially with the Core Warrior and the Core Warrior Guard. They put out a lot of damage. They have a lot of AoE, and the burst is so high. It spikes really quickly. So if you even think you're safe, and then all of a sudden he gets a Whirlwind and maybe a couple symbols down on top of you, you're in big trouble. And it's definitely really hard for Maledictus to be able to support Hot Poker because he is a thief and he's super squishy. He goes into Dagger Storm already trying to mitigate as much damage as he can. And now it looks like they're both focusing on Ada. Big damage, and that was really, really, really quick. So it looks like Tycoon and Alex who take that first series. This is the semifinals, the beginning rounds, guys. So the cream is going to start to rise, and when we get to the quarterfinals, it'll be a lot more interesting. We already have a really good match for our first quarterfinals. But now we have Glitch. And I don't care what they say in map chat because map chat is open. I can't police everything, so I allow the contestants to talk as much beam as they want in map chat if they so choose. But everything else after that is not allowed. Now I just gotta wait for Donson. He should be here. I'm not sure where he is. Let me just whisper him in map chat. Maybe he's here. Donson. There he is. Nope, this is not the man I'm looking for. Donson is right there. Just waiting for my participants to join up, guys. There's Blaster, and there's, I believe that's, Onilicious. That's the two I'm looking at. So Blaster is actually running with Hollow Smith. This is really going good for the beginning rounds of a 2v2. Usually they're much more hectic, but everybody's starting to get the flow of it, and I think it's going to go really well. So it looks like Andrew Man, and so let's look a quick look at what he was running again. He was running a Readership with Demolisher, he's running with Rifles, Alchemy Tools, and Hollowsmith. Now WoW Names is running with Valor. Ooh, he's looking for a little more support coming out of him. Definitely more support. Kane the Venetian over here, he actually won our Fashion Wars contest. He was looking really good in his full outfit. Very impressive if you see it with full colors. Nightmare Deadshot, he's running with Torch and Scepter, and he's also running with Staff. He's got Soul Reaping, Curses, and Scourge going for a little more damage. I think Firebrand Scourge is going to be our main combo that we're going to see. And we got Don't Ask Me for Heal running the regular combo. Honor, Firebrand, and Zeal. He's coming out with the heavy pressure right now. It's going to be interesting to see who can put out the more pressure. The AoE coming out, a lot of AoE pressure coming out from both of the damage classes, Hollow and the Scourge. But it looks like right now Kane Venetian and Dawn are... No, it's actually pretty tight. This might be the first one that we see going into the full timer, but WoW Names is actually taking a lot of pressure right now. Kane and Don't are really sustaining quite well. Let's take a look at what his cooldowns are right here. He actually has gone through all of his 3 tombs, so the pressure could be coming down right onto them. And now he still has his first tomb. He still does have... Ooh, all of his mantras have been used. He still has his Signet of Mercy if he so chooses to use it. Blaster's getting a little low, but he's able to re-sustain. Oof. Oof. And he's being very patient with his first heal. It does eventually come up onto proc. Blaster is down. Ooh, Don't Ask Me and Kane take the... Looks like they're going to get the stop. He doesn't have the... he does have his Signet of Mercy, but he wasn't able to proc it off. Oof. Big, big, big. Hey, Hannibal, look at that. To be honest, game would be dead if AL didn't host these. Big shout out to AL. Woot woot. Shout out to the squad, guys. Represent. That was a really quick game. So my shoutcasting isn't the greatest right now. There's a lot of whispers going on. People trying to re-enter the tournament, saying please, please, please let me re-enter. But I can't, unfortunately. So keep an eye on it as well, guys. If you're looking for the top match, I'm trying to give 100 gold to the top match. So if you see something that's worthy or deemed worthy of that goal or that title, let me know, and we're going to give it to the end of at the end of the tournament. We're going to give it to those guys. I don't think Blaster made any changes. No, he's still sitting the same. Staff, Mace, and Shield. And let's look at Blaster over here. He's actually went Berserk. I'm not sure if he was running Berserk earlier. He might have. I don't think so. Blaster coming out quick, trying to get the high ground. Quick symbol added down. He's trying to get some heavy cleave down. He missed. He actually gets the shockwave on Kane. Trying to keep the pressure, but Daunton doing a really good job of mitigating most of the damage and keeping him up. And as paired with the barriers, they're a really, really, really tough duo. This is going to be tough for Blaster and WoW Names. They just kind of got to create. He's already used his Elixir S, so that's already a big issue for Blaster. He has no more oh shit button. He gets the big shockwave and the prime light beam on Kane, getting some really big pressure. They're getting really low. This could be their window of opportunity. Kane looks really low. He can't do anything to mitigate. He gets a little bit of barrier, and good job by them. But he might be able to still res. Does he still have his Signet of Mercy? No, Donson's taking too much damage right now. He's trying to go for the res, but he's not able to succeed. He actually gets the down on Blaster. This could be really interesting, but Kane goes down. He gets the down again on Blaster. This is still not over. You can't count Donson down because there is the map mechanic, but Farah ends up getting up. I think he used the Signet. Let's take a look at WoW Names. Yes, the Signet was procced. He actually popped it. That was a really, really good attempt by Donson to try to regain composure for that match and try to get control over it. But it was also a really good job by Farah and Wow Names taking that little window of opportunity, capitalizing on it, keeping the heavy pressure, and Johnson not able to resustain and just keep dumping and dumping and dumping the damage, getting the down onto him, and being able to get that down, that finish. So this is our first Game 3 series so far in this tournament. This is our second match in the tournament, and it's already a Game 3, so I'm really excited to see that. No, this is our third game in the tournament, sorry. And our next match is going to be Solace and Sienna versus Naru and Helio. I'm going to let these guys know. This is game 3. This is going to be really, really, really interesting. Let me just make sure Solace and all them are here. I'm going to mark it in map chat really quick. So far it's going really, 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 really smooth, and it only gets smoother as the time goes on because you know for certain that those guys who participated and won are going to be there. If they win, they don't usually leave. They want to continue. So as I mentioned, guys, keep an eye out for the best match. And as well, if you like this type of content, check out my highlights videos. I do these every single day, usually between 8 and 11 p.m. Eastern Time, but on weekends I do them earlier so other people can participate. So here we go quick. Fire Blaster is coming in quick with the heavy damage, trying to drop some symbols, mitigating some damage with the bubble. And with a lot of pressure, they gotta kite a bit and not make it so easy for Farah to just keep the damage down. He uses Elixir S. He's already really low. Let's take a look at his cooldowns. He doesn't have much. He's got 10 seconds left on the healing turret. He does get the big huge shockwave. Heavy pressure onto Don't Ask Me, and he actually manages to get the down. Great job by Farah Blaster and Wow Names, really turning up the heat and changing the entire pace. Even great adjustment as well, considering their first match and how they lost. That was a really, really, really good adjustment by Farah Blaster and Wow Names. They actually end up moving forward. So that's Valiant Cole and Joker that move forward. Our next match after this is going to be Solar Sienna versus Naru and Helio. I'm going to post the challenge bracket once again inside the Twitch so you guys can see it. I'm going to give Adawolf a second chance if there's a team that doesn't show. Unfortunately, I can't open the brackets again. It just creates too much confusion for me, and there's so much for me to do, and in order to keep everything going smoothly, I got to be really quick with it. There's Stupid Nubu. And now I'm just waiting for his partner. He should be in here somewhere. Let's take a quick look at them while we wait for the participants to enter. Let's take a look at Helio. I'm sure Naru's going to be entering in with his Scourge for sure. These guys duo very, very well. They communicate super, super well. Super experienced. Been playing a long time. And there's Naru who just entered. He's running Shield with Mace, and he's also got Staff. He's running with Monk and Mender. Let's take a quick look at Naru over here. He's running Scepter Torch with Staff. He's also got Traveler with the Dead Shot. He's running Blood and Soul Reaping and Scourge. Interesting to see Blood. They're going extra sustain. So we got Solace over here running the same combo, Scourge and Firebrand. He's got Firebrand, Valor, and I didn't see the last one, and Honor. Same exact combo, but he's actually running with Mace Shield with Axe Focus, maybe going for a little more damage. Let's take a look at Alan. He's running Scourge or Blood. He's actually running Blood as well. Now Naru and Helio are kind of sitting back, waiting for them to come to them. It kind of gives them the advantage because he's got to run to his competitor. And there you go with the Helio trying to get them to engage. Naru sitting back to try to look for an opening. As I mentioned, they're very, very, very tactical players. They play often together, and they are top tier players. So it's interesting to see how they do. For the first round, I'm going to be actually watching Max Alana. They're trying to keep the heavy pressure. Solace and Sienna are doing a good job of mitigating, trying to stay out of the big damage, trying to keep the pressure onto Nubu. Doing a good job. They're both standing, getting the better exchange right here, red team. Alana's got to be very careful. They got to make sure to keep moving and not to stay inside that AoE. Naru knows how to bait really quickly. Good job by putting down the wall over there. mitigating a lot of damage and getting some knockdowns over there, which is super crucial. I'm not sure if this is going to go down to the timer, as Naru and Helio are really, really strong. He's already gone through all his tombs. He's in his last tomb right now with his last grip left. He ends up going through it. Let's take a quick look at Helio, he's still in his second tomb, and he still got his third tomb accessible. So you can see right now the patience that he had, not squirrely, not using all of his cooldowns too quickly. Now we see a Max Alana taking some heavy pressure. Naru and Helio still sitting really comfortably. Let's watch Helio for this while he sustains Naru. They're getting the better of the position, staying on the high ground, keeping some good cleave down onto the blue team. They actually managed to get the down on Max Alana. He's going for the stomp. He's actually stunned during the stomp. He's just trying to keep as much cleave as he can. I don't think he has any signet to res, and there's just too much cleave coming out. He actually did get the res. Oh my goodness, he did have the signet. My apologies. He popped the signet. I'm really surprised that Naru or Helio weren't able to sustain that. We got 8 seconds left on the map mechanic, so at least you guys get to see the map mechanic. And when the map mechanic does get involved, it changes the dynamic of the duel entirely. So there's no longer any healing, but barrier plays a huge role. And some stealth is available, such as Deadeyes. They have a trait that they can use stealth, but it doesn't look really good right now. Max Alana is going really far down into his, and he's down. They're both really close. Naru and Helio putting up the heavy pressure and taking that game pretty easy. Great job by Naru and Helio on that one, guys. Once again, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, I do it every single day. Take a look at the notes right below my channel. You'll see everything about me when I do this, my daily schedule. Check out my highlights videos. I've been only twitching and shoutcasting for about 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks and a couple days, so I'm very new, and I'd appreciate any follows or subscribes. I do these every single day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. So here we go into game 2. And I have been getting a couple whispers from a couple guys saying Firebrand and Scourge is really strong duo, and we've been seeing them a lot in this one. My past tourneys, I haven't seen it too strong, too predominant inside it. But now that I guess that the pot is so high that people are really trying to win, and they're going for Firebrand and Scourge. So next tourney 2v2, no Firebrand, no Scourge are allowed. That's what I'm going to be doing. So this way it'll open up the venue, add a lot more combos out there, bring some different classes, and it won't be just Firebrand Scourge all the time. But unfortunately for this one, this is how it's going to be. They actually get some heavy pressure onto Alana. He's got to be careful. He's already in downstate. Ooh, Lord, he took that one really quick. Our next one after this is Styrian and Cat Wrangler versus Space and Futile. So that's Naru that takes the first one, and there's a couple competitors that did not participate in this first round, basically because of the way that challenge.com works. So it has to be able to create it so that there's even amounts of people during the quarter, semis, and finals. So it gives a couple people buys. Now I'm just running to the mist really quick to shamelessly promote for this tourney, guys. I hope you don't mind. Just give me a minute or two. I don't think I'll miss anything because one of the teams is a free agent team. I'm just going to run right back in. But everything in the first round has been running really smooth. It's very rare that, especially for the 2v2, that everything runs super smooth. So I'm just going to look for Syrian, and let me just make sure again. Discharges is who? Is that Futile? Yeah, that is Futile. So Space Pen. I'm just looking for Syrian right now. I don't know where she is. They might get a buy in this one. But I actually do have a replacement. Let me just look for Syrian, hold on. Let me just look for Syrian. Give me 1 minute, guys. This is the last round in the first round, so it's not too bad. I don't see her, unfortunately. I'm not sure why she left. Let me see if... Give me 2 minutes, guys. I'm just trying to see if one of the guys I replaced is here, and if he's not here, I'm going to use Cat Wrangler to take my spot, and I'm going to allow Ada to come back in with his team. I don't see Guns Trek. Yeah, he is there. Fire, Heat, Rise. No, I'm just going to ignore that. What happened to my music? There we go. I don't think Sea Monster is his friend. Oh, okay. Alright guys, so we're going to be moving in. We're going to give space to the actual buy. Now we're going to be moving into Anonymous and Anya versus Zach and Hannibal. This is the beginning of the quarterfinals right now. This is going to be a really interesting match. AT Demon and Anya are very strong, and they're super nice dudes. They donate a lot, and they've actually shoutcasted a couple of my matches. So here's Zaki again. He's running actually Firebrand Scourge, and they're running actually with the more damage. Let's take a quick look at AT Demon over here. He's running Deadly Arts, Trickery, and Daredevil. He's also running with Rune of the Traveler with Carry On Amulet, Sword, Dagger with Short Bow. Let's take a look at Anya over here running with Invocation, Devastation, and Herald. He's also running with Rune of the Resistance, Marauder, Sword, and Staff. Rune of the Resistance is a really good idea. Let's see what he was running for Rune over here. More Boon Duration, Conti Duration, and speed, movement speed. So this is going to be a really good match. Zaki and Hannibal are definitely strong, and I think they have the stronger combo, but AT Demon and Anya play a lot together, and they're very talented. So I'm very curious to see how they're going to be able to compensate for this. Are they going to do a lot of just juking in and out, trying to keep the damage, trying to separate the two maybe. I'm not sure, but strategy is going to play a huge role, and the terrain can be used to their great advantage if they can manage to separate the two and maybe CC one down. It's curious to see who they're going to focus as well. He's already got the line of warding up to try to keep them away. He's putting a little bit of pressure onto Anya, AT Demon already. Anya going in for the quick engage. He's going onto the no port spot, trying to put some heavy cleave down on the area. Good job by Zaki and Hannibal, trying to keep the pressure on. Anya's left all to himself over there to try to mitigate some of that damage, but he does a good job of just porting back into the into his base. Anya's kind of just backing out. He doesn't seem to be in too much danger. They're kind of trying to separate them a bit. And this is what they kind of want. Get them running across the map to be able to separate them. And doing exactly what I thought. Just kind of poking at one or the other. Poking, exiting, poking, and trying to separate them. He's doing a really good job. Big elite on him. He gets the glint elite out on him. But he's not able to capitalize. He does use his glint heal to try to mitigate some of the damage coming out of Hannibal and Zaki. But this is going to be a really, really tough match. They're trying to engage really hard back on Zaki. He's getting really low. He goes on the no port spot to try to mitigate some of the damage coming out from AT Demon. He's doing a really good job right now. AT Demon getting really low, and you're trying to back off a bit to mitigate and get some more sustain, waiting for his cooldowns. The glint heal is almost up. This is going to be really dangerous. Ooh, and Zaki goes down from the heavy burst. He didn't see it coming. Great job by Anya, but he's looking really low. He's trying to pop the glint, which he does just in the nick of time. That was really, really well timed. Now, Zaki trying to get the res, but he's not able. I mean, Hannibal trying to get the res, but he's not able to. But AT Demon, Anya is still really low. If he can get this down onto AT Demon, this is going to be really crucial. He does end up getting the down. He has full barrier. He's at full health, but he actually ends up getting the res because Zaki fell down. That was really crucial. Maybe Hannibal could have waited a little longer for Zaki to go down and then do the res. But that was a very, very, very good match. Very entertaining to see. I'm sure Zaki and Hannibal are going to make some alterations in their next match coming up. But that was very entertaining. I'm very surprised at that. And I'm sure they can take game 2. Hopefully this will be our second game 3 of the series so far. And as I mentioned, guys, I do these tournaments every single day. So if you like this type of content, you click that follow, click that subscribe button, and you'll see them every day between 8 and 11 p.m. is when I do them during the weekdays, and then I do them usually earlier on the weekends, so everybody who can't participate late at night can participate now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, really appreciate it. So we're just getting ready for round 2. Let's take a quick look over here at Zaki if he's made any changes. I don't see anything significant that's been made. Now Greenland over here, he's still running with Blood Magic, Soul Reaping, and Curses. I don't think he's made any major changes here either. And those of you who just joined, let me post a challenge.com bracket for you so you can see how we're moving along in this. That's for you guys if you so choose to take a look. And we're starting up on game 2. I'm going to take a quick look at AT Demon. I'm going to actually watch Anya for this round. He's sitting really back. Oh, and coming in for the engage. I really like that. You see how Anya goes in for the engage and then backs out. AT Demon goes in for the engage and backs out. They're kind of sharing the damage between the two. He goes for the shackling wave. He doesn't able to connect on that. Trying to keep the heavy pressure onto Zaki. Zaki's taking big pressure, but they're smartly going for the no port. So trying to mitigate some more damage like that. They're just trying to cleave as much as they can. Anya's in a really bad spot. He's got to be super careful. He gets the glint heal up, but they're still trying to pressure him. He's got to watch out for Zaki on the other side. AT Demon trying to keep the pressure. Good job by Anya. That was a beautiful play. My goodness. He baited Hannibal into backing towards him. Anya was really low. He ended up baiting Hannibal over here onto this side, and as soon as AT Demon was able to get the Firebrand really low, Anya re-engaged onto the Firebrand, knowing that Hannibal was really far away. That was a perfect bait. Great separation done by Anya. AT Demon is down though. Oh my goodness. It could be really crucial. Zaki's already down. Anya's really, really low. Oof. Oof. I would give the favor up to Anya because the Thief does have the advantage, but he's on a no port spot and he's got the high ground. This is going to be super dangerous for Anya. He's trying to reset right now. He engages heavy onto Hannibal. He's got to be really, really, really careful. Oh, and you're getting the big burst down onto him. Hannibal doing a good job of mitigating, staying on the no port spot. He does use his glint, so he's got no more glint heal. Let's take a look at what Hannibal's got left. He does have his heal just about to come up. He does have a little bit of Reaper Shroud left, putting the heavy pressure onto Anya. She's got a lot of condies on him. Oh my god, can Hannibal do it? Ganya's trying to put up a lot of pressure. Hannibal trying to back out. He does have the condies. His 2 stacks of burning. Oh my goodness gracious. Lord have mercy. Did you see that? That was really well executed. Heavy pressure coming down from the Revenant Anya, but Hannibal doing a really good job of mitigating and not getting too squirrely, not getting too excited, not blowing through all his cooldowns, and staying very comfortably on that no port. If he would have gone anywhere else, I'm pretty sure that Anya would have had the advantage, but that was a great job. That was very exciting. Our next match after this is going to be... Oh, what the hell just happened? Let me refresh this really quick. Our next match after this is going to be Tyke and Alex versus Joker and Valiant Cole. Let me just let the participants know, guys. That was a really good fight. Zaki and Hannibal putting up great pressure, doing a great job. Really exciting so far. As I mentioned, guys, after every tournament, I save the tournaments and I put them into my highlights video. So if you were participating or if you want to see it or if you missed a couple of the first matches, go check out my highlights video. You'll see it all there. If you like this content, click that follow, click that subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And again, Zaki and Hannibal going up onto the no port spot. Anya and AT Demon having a little more respect for them now, being very careful. They got caught twice. And they were both really close matches, both teetering on both sides. Each of them got a win each. Now the pressure is heavy on both sides. There's no more leeway. They don't have that extra cushion of being able to have a match ahead. And now they're just kind of waiting. And to be honest, I think this actually works in Anya and AT Demon's favor because Zaki and Green really rely on the healing. But Hannibal does have that barrier, which does play a huge effect into this tournament. They're going in for the engage. They finally engage. They're heavy into the symbols. He's doing a really good job of mitigating the damage. He's not going through too many of his tombs too quickly. He still has a lot of his little mantras up. He's got to be careful now. He's getting really low on mantras. They're trying to keep the heavy pressure up onto Anya. Looks like they're trying to focus them, but they're not getting any pressure down. They got to start putting that heavy pressure onto him or connecting at least a little bit with those Kandis to make them have a little bit of to fear them a little bit so they don't come in so aggressively towards them. Now they're doing a really good job getting the better of the exchange. The Kandis are finally starting to take their pressure out to add Anya and AT Demon. They're doing a good job of mitigating. Let's take a look over here. He's gone through all of his tombs. He's in his last one now. He's being very patient with it right now. He's casting his mantras while he's in his second tomb, which is a really good idea. Anya's getting really low. He's got to be super careful. The heavy pressure coming on by Zaki and Hannibal. Blue team doing a really good job of just controlling the terrain. Now there's a moment of opportunity to go up onto Anya. They're putting heavy pressure. AT Demon doesn't have much of a chance to get that res. He gets the stomp off. Oh my goodness. It looks like Zaki and Hannibal are going to be moving on in this 2v2 tournament. AT Demon has to pull out a miracle over here if he's willing to, if he's going to manage to do anything, but I really honestly don't think. Maybe because there is the map mechanic, if he can heal up a bit and take the heavy pressure onto the Scourge, but looks like he got caught in a really bad pull, a lot of burning onto him. That's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Now it looks like Zaki and Hannibal move over into our semifinals. We got 2 more matches left in our quarterfinals, and they're both going to be really exciting ones. So that was Zach and Hannibal that moved forward. Really good. That was a 2-1 series. Very impressive. I was happy to see that. Once again, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't seen the brackets, I'll post them again in Discord right here for you to see them. My participants haven't showed up, so I'm just going to run into the map chat really quick to shamelessly promote. And like I said, I do these every single day, guys. Take a look right below my channel. You'll see all about me, what I do, who am I, what I bring to the table, so you can see all that information if you so care for it. So Tycoon and OG, let's take a quick look at them. He's still running on Berserker with Rune of Strength. He's still got Strength, Discipline, and Defense. So take a look at OG. They had a really dominating start. They have a lot of pressure that they can put down. He's running with Core Warrior. He's running with Rune of the Eagle, actually. Farablaster and WoW names. That's Valiant, Cole, and Joker, who were actually pretty dominant in theirs. He's actually running with Berserker as well, having a little more confidence in his Firebrand, so he's going a little more aggressive with his Amulet. He's running with Valor, Honor, and Firebrand. And also, map chat, there's no holds barred. I don't regulate map chat. And if I did, I couldn't waste all my time answering every single one of their questions. So I just let map chat roll on to whatever way it wants. But they can talk whatever they want. Heavy pressure coming on. OG's got to be really careful right now. He's taking a lot of damage. He's not able to put pressure. WoW names is getting really, really low. He's got to be very careful here. Now OG trying to come in for the heavy damage. He's able to get the down. Tycoon's just got to cleave. I don't know why Tycoon fell. He actually got pushed by the blast. Oh my god, I'm not sure how OG got back up over there. That was really interesting. He got up and then down. Was Tycoon have a banner? I think Tycoon does have a banner. He does have a banner. He actually bannered on OG. This looks really bad for Tycoon right now. He's in a bad spot, getting Photon Blitz, getting caught in the Shockwave and the big pushback. That was a huge, huge, huge pushback by, I think that's, yeah, Valiant Cole, I believe, or is that Joker? Tycoon doing a really good job. Tycoon is one of the underrated warriors that you'll see. He's a very, very strong warrior that nobody knows about. If you take a look at my 1v1 tourneys, you'll see him running in them. He has tried, he's dabbled a bit in Ellie and he's dabbled a bit in Core Necro, but he really shines in warrior. He's a very, very, very strong warrior. I even have a duel that he did with Vance where he actually went 50-50 with him. He was really, really impressive player. So let's watch it one more time. I don't know if Tycoon and Alex are going to make any changes, but let's look really quick. Is he going to keep Berserker? He's staying on Berserker. Let's take a quick look at Alex over here, staying on Eagle with Marauder. Our next match, let me just make sure that my participants are ready. It's actually going to be Noda and Cat Wrangler versus Space and Futile. Actually, no, it's Sea Monster and Ada versus Naru and Helio. Sorry guys, I'm just writing it in map chat. See, oh, good job mitigating that prime light beam. That would have been disaster for Team Blue. But to have to put up the pressure right now. They got the separation over here, but Tycoon fell down once again. That's very dangerous for him. He's not able to put any damage. He's pure melee. Good job by OG trying to get away, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He just gets easily blasted away. Tycoon getting him in the 100 blades. Can he finish him? This is super important. He does get the down. He's got to get the stomp here. Big pushback again by WoW names. He's doing a really good job supporting. Those were some clutch pushbacks. He's trying to get the res over here. OG did get the bubble down. Tycoon wasn't really visible. Didn't really notice. He gets the banner down onto OG. Oh my goodness. And completely resets the fight. I think that completely took him by surprise. They got to be really careful. Heavy damage onto Farablaster. Farablaster ends up going down. Tycoon's still at health, but he's a core warrior, so he has a lot of mitigation. Oh my goodness. Lord. Fucking Tycoon with the banner down onto OG. Just in the clutch moment. Big pressure coming onto WoW names. Good job by Tycoon and Ada. This is going to be a really good, interesting second match. Good job by Tiger. And I think he didn't use the... yeah, okay, hold on. Wait. Let me type message Tiger and we can say we can wait for... Oh, no, never mind. It's been timed up. Never mind. Because I thought during each match... I thought the banner didn't reset, but it actually reset, so it's going to be really interesting. That was a really clutch banner by Tycoon. Kind of baiting it and letting him live there, getting some damage down. He actually got the down on Farah. He got the res back up on him, and then he was able to banner him. That was really incredible. Good job by Tycoon. OG's got to do a better job of mitigating those shockwaves and those prime light beams. He's been big damage. Again, he gets put down. Tycoon going for the banner. Actually, he's able to get it. He's taking heavy damage. Farah Blaster's in some trouble. They're trying to put the heavy damage onto him. OG's got to do a better job of mitigating damage. He can't be just a soft target. He goes into renewed focus to try to mitigate some of that. He's just running now. He's just got to put down any heavy cleave that he can. Put down symbols, put down damage. He's just got to cleave right now. He's going to go down, and if you're going to go down swinging. And that's what he's trying to do. Farah Blaster and Tycoon are really low, and OG is down. It's a battle of the downs right here. Tycoon got the 100 blades onto him. He gets a big push again by Farah Blaster. That was huge. Oh my goodness. Tycoon with the clutch plays. Like I said, Tycoon is an underrated warrior. He's a very strong warrior. Very good under the gun. Clutch player. You just saw him do some... Sorry guys, I'm just typing here. That was really, really, really good. Holy moly, was that exciting. My goodness gracious, guys. Holy fuck. Hey, thank you so much for that follow, man. I really appreciate it. Boris Yelston, I really appreciate it, man. I do these every single day, and when you guys click follow or subscribe, it kind of sends the love back to me and makes me know that I'm on the right path and I'm doing the right things. If you guys like this type of stuff, like I said, I do it every day. I've been doing it for about 3 weeks now. I've only started twitching for about 3 weeks, but I've been doing tournaments for a long time, and people have asked me, you know what, I want to see them. There's only so many people who are allowed spectating in the arenas, and we don't get a chance to see, so you can put it on Twitch. So now I'm here putting them on Twitch so we can have some sort of content so everybody has something to do and something to look forward and something to work for. So if you like it, check out my highlights videos, click that follow, click that subscribe. Let's take a quick look at Sea Monster and Nemu. Sea Monster didn't have a partner at first. I was going to use Ada, but he got replaced because Nada wanted to come back in. So I'm going to make sure these guys know. So I'm going to take a quick look at Sea Monster here. He's running with Balthazar and Sage Amulet. He's got Scepter, Torch with Staff. He's also running over here Blood Magic, Soul Reaping, and with Scourge. Take a look at Nemu. He's actually running with Renegade, Corruption, Invocation, and Renegade. He's running with Sword, Axe, Staff, and he's got Sanctuary and Harrier. Now we have Naru over here. We already know he's running Rune of Balthazar, Sage, Sword, Scepter, Torch with Staff. And he's also running Blood Magic, Soul Reaping, and Scourge. I'm going to keep an eye on Naru for this first match just to see how well he does and how he pairs well with Helio. Helio usually goes in for the heavy damage to try to mitigate. He just comes in really quick to try to get them to open up on him and then kind of wastes their cooldowns, and then Naru comes in with the heavy cleave. They're doing a really good job focusing on Sea Monster. They got a lot of cleave though. They got a lot of heavy Condi pressure onto the red team, and that's going to be using a lot of his cooldowns. Actually, he's sitting pretty good. He finally goes into his tomb 2. He's gone through 2 of his tombs already, but it looks like Nemu's already down. Naru and Helio doing a quick job of working on Sea Monster and Nemu. Our next match after this is going to be Noda and Cat Wrangler versus Space and Futile. This is actually going really, really smooth, especially for, please be ready, especially for a 2v2. Sorry guys, the match hasn't started yet. Now I'm going to see if Cat Wrangler and the other guy is still here. If they're not, King the Venetian, really angry. There's Rick's, discharge. No, that's futile. There's Noda. Ming, OG, Green Clouds. Is that not? It's not Cat Wrangler. Tip My Ocean. That's Artemis, Pink Ranger. That's Cat Wrangler right there. Okay, so Cat Wrangler. So I'm going to take a look at Helio on this one. You can see right away he tries to. Oh no, they kind of. Sorry guys, just responding to Whisper. Now they're doing a better job over here. They're really mitigating a lot of damage, trying to sustain really well, putting the heavy pressure onto him, making him go through his barriers. Now Naru's the new boost starting to take some damage. He's run through a little bit of his cooldowns. He's gone through 2 of his tombs already, but Sea Monster is starting to take a lot of damage. I don't think he has just as much sustain. I think getting to the end of his limit, he can't go much farther than this. Sea Monster is gonna die. I don't think he's got anything left in the tank. He's able to put a little bit of damage onto Helio, but not enough. And I like when these guys enter, and I only make big, huge prize spots for the weekend, and so I can attract these type of competitors, because these guys set the bar for everyone else. This is who you got to attain. This is what you got to beat. You know what I mean? So it just kind of sets that bar and gives someone to work, get something to work for, and then throughout the rest of the week, you get to do those 1v1s and 2v2s, practice in those smaller prize pools. And then on the weekend, again, you get to show you what you're made of against those really top tier guys. And that's what I kind of like. So now that's Naru and Helio that move forward into that tournament. We're going to be doing our last round of the quarterfinals, which is going to be Cat Wrangler and Noda versus Space and Futile. I'm just going to run to the map chat really quick. Shameless promoting, that's me. Mike or Oashi, that's me. You'll see me all the time posting map chat. And I'm just trying to bring you guys content. ArenaNet's kind of failing us. I was really excited about that that big announcement that they were going to make. I thought there was going to be a lot of PvP stuff and a lot of PvE content, you know, so it would really encourage what I'm doing and help with what I'm doing. But unfortunately, there was just a new outfit or some shit like that. So here I am again trying to do what ANET can't or refuses to. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So here's Katie Ravenclaw, which is Noda. Now I'm looking for a Cat Wrangler, which I think is this guy. Nope. I know he's in here. I saw him. I just don't know where he is. Let me just try to find him here. And if he doesn't want to enter, I know I saw. There he is. Perfect. And he's up. So we haven't seen these guys yet. He's actually running with Zeal, Valor. It's probably a burn card. Valor, Virtues, and Zeal. He's also running Marauder with Rune of the Eagle. Very interesting. Heroes and a sword and focus with Greatsword. He's just trying to do some extra damage. Guardians do a lot of burning. And we got the Revenant over here coming from Cat. He's got Devastation, Invocation with Herald, your classic Revenant. Runa the Eagle with Marauder, Sword with Staff. We've already seen Spaceman and Discharge, a pretty strong duo as we saw in their first match. Actually, no, they got a bye through their first match, but Spaceman enters a lot of my 1v1s and 2v2s and 3v3s. He's starting to become one of the top guys and one of the guys you want to kind of keep your eye on. They make quick work out of Bear Rare. Hollow's got so much CC and so much knockdown, it's incredible. They take that quick win on that one. Sorry guys, I'm just typing to them. Oh, who won that one? That was Alex, actually, and Tyke that won that one. Hey, thank you so much for that follow, Guild Wars 2 Video Gamer. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And now that you followed, you'll be able to see when I do these. I do them every single day between 8 and 11 p.m. on the weekdays and earlier on the weekends, so those who haven't been able to participate may participate. So thank you so much, guys. I'll post in my Twitch just before my tourney. I'll say 2 hours before the tourney, 1 hour before the tourney, 30 minutes before the tourney, so you have enough time to know what's going on. I don't think Bear made any changes. Maybe, no, I think he was running with Marauder before. I don't think Katie's made any changes. They're actually both running with the Eagle and both running with Marauder, looking for a little more sustain with the Vitality and a little more damage with Runa the Eagle. Let's see if they can capitalize with that. He does pour it up, but then Katie doesn't pour it up with him. I don't know if they're in voice comms. They might be. Big pressure coming onto Bear. Bear's already down. Spaceman and Discharge doing a good job of just cleaving him down as hard as they can. Katie trying to get the res, but it's unable to. It looks like this one's going to be over here. So keep in mind, guys, we have a first place, we have a second place, and we have a third place match. But first place and second place is going to be a best of 5 series. That is the only series that we have in this tournament that's going to be a best of 5. The rest of them are all best of 3. So that's Spaceman and Futile that move forward. Next up, we're going to be having Zach and Hannibal versus Tyke and Alex. This tourney has actually gone super smooth, and that's a good sign. People are starting to understand how I do my tourneys and starting to understand the flow of it. And a lot of these guys are repeat returners from my events, so they're really patient with if anything does arise, or if I need a substitute, or if someone's not there, or they have to change their build. They're really patient, and they know no matter what, they always get the gold that I promised them. So they're very content with it in the end. And it's actually content that nobody really gets to see, you know what I mean? Guild Wars doesn't put this type of stuff out. So here we go. There's Tyke and Alex are very OG triple OG is Alex. You'll see him a lot of the times in the Discord. I stream all the time. It doesn't matter. Whenever I'm playing, I'm just streaming just so people recognize my stream. And when it comes down to tournament time, they come to see it and they're like, oh yeah, that Mike guy, he's doing his tournament. Let me go check it out. You know what I mean? These guys, you'll hear them all the time in my Discord. But they've been putting on some really impressive matches. And same with Zachy and Hannibal. Super impressive matches so far. I've been really excited. So here we go. This is the first game in our semifinals. This is going to be a best of 3 series. You got the Core Warrior and Core Guard versus the Scourge and the Firebrand, which is a very dominant duo that we have right now. Trying to keep the cleave up. They're doing some good pressure onto green, so you got to be very careful. He's not able to mitigate that much damage coming to him, but they're actually able to turn around just a little bit. They're able to clear all the Condis from Tycoon. Tycoon still has a lot of Condi now. There's a lot of Torment. They're able to clear that. They're trying to keep the heavy pressure onto him if they can, but he's just got too much cleave. He's got too much regeneration and too much damage mitigation. Tycoon going down OG with no form of banner or any way to get him back up, and cleverly by blue team going for Tycoon first, mitigating that revive banner. Good job by Hannibal and Zachy taking that one pretty quickly. It got a little hairy for them at first. They did take a lot of pressure, but they were able to mitigate that, convert and put a lot of pressure, counter pressure back onto the red team. They were able to clear a couple of condies a couple times when they stacked them on, but by the second or third stack, they just didn't have enough to continue. And that's what they got to be worried for, because the high sustain coming from this comp, it doesn't really complement them well. It's not the type of comp that they want to be fighting. They want something a little squishier so they can get through them a little faster. The longer the match goes on, the less advantage they have. Let me take a quick look to see if Tycoon came off Berserker. No, he's still on Berserker. He's still on Marauder. They're still going balls to the walls. So here we go, Tycoon. They're going on the no port spot. Tycoon coming right up. They're putting the heavy pressure onto Zaki right away, doing a good job, but he's mitigating it. They got to be able to CC him down. Once he gets to about 30% or 40%, they just got to chain those CCs, lock him down, and just pressure, 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 pressure. And if they don't, they're going to be in big trouble. They have way too much sustain. They're already looking like in a bad situation. He's got the chill on him, the bleeding all over him. Tycoon's getting really low. He has no way to mitigate any of this, and he goes down. There's no way OG is going to be able to get the res. He does get the res. I'm not sure how that happened, but he did a really good job. Is he running Signet? He is running Signet of Mercy. Great change by OG, but he does take the damage. Tycoon still has the banner. Is he going to proc it? He does go for the banner. He gets the res out onto OG. They're trying to put the heavy pressure onto Zaki. This is really clutch right here. Oh my god, they get Zaki down. They got to keep the pressure up. They just can't get they can't let him revive. The Firebrand is down, so there's no source of mitigation. There's no source of heavy res. He is getting the res on Zaki. Can he get it? They're giving the heavy pressure. And now he both goes down. OG's still down. They got to be really careful. Tycoon's got to make sure that he gets the down. He's got to get the down before he gets up. He's trying to keep the pressure. OG's getting really low. Oh my goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen, did you see that? OG actually switches over to a Signet res, uses the Signet to res up on Tycoon. OG goes down, Tycoon ends up using the banner to res OG. They turn around, turn the heavy cleave onto Green, and put him down, or put on the heavy pressure onto Zaki, get to be able to get the cleave down, and then Tycoon able to finish down onto Hannibal, getting the double down. Oh my goodness, these guys have been putting up some highlight fights. I think Tycoon and OG are getting my best matches award, that's for sure. If anybody in Twitch has a decision or has an idea on which team put out the best matches, let me know. I definitely I'm thinking about Tycoon and OG. They've been putting on spectacular, interesting, very entertaining matches. Right now, my vote goes to the team Tycoon and OG. Anybody in Twitch, you're allowed to vote. I'm giving 100 gold to the best team that put on the best matches. I was going to put it on the best match, but I'm going to put it up to the team that put on the best matches this way. So one team gets 100 gold, split 50-50. Tycoon going for the heavy damage onto Zaki, getting some good cleave on him. He's got the burn that's still attacking. Now they're giving him a little more leeway. They actually pressured them and they made him think twice, and now they're kind of stumbling in their rotations. OG is still getting a lot of pressure, but they haven't gone down yet. They're able to sustain really well, blue team. Now this is a bad situation for red team. They got to be really careful. OG's got a lot of damage onto him. Tycoon's, I don't know if he's going to be able to get that banner off. He does attempt to get that banner. He does get it off on OG. He's got to be really, really careful. There's no pressure onto the blue team. They're just taking too much burning damage. OG's going to go really down. He's the only one with Signet left. He does have it available, but it looks like he goes down. Tycoon doesn't have any of the banner to go up. But that looks like Tycoon and OG are eliminated. Hannibal. So it looks like Hannibal and Zaki take that, but that was a super, super, super interesting fight. I think I'm going to give the best team that gave the most interesting fight so far to Tyke and Alex. They're definitely going to get that, but we still also have third place to go. So right now it's Spacepen versus Spacepen and Futile versus Naru and Helio. And I kind of like having these guys in here. They're super nice dudes. They help me out so much with my tournaments. They always host me. They always donate. They come in and they do shoutcasting for me sometimes when I have a huge event. They're really, really, really helpful. It's big ups to these guys. And at the same time, you also get to test your might against these type of top dudes. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going against some no-names. Not that they're not these people are no names, but you actually get to test your combo against these guys. So you practice all week, and then at the end of the weekend, you go against the top rocks. So let's take a quick look over here. If they made any adjustments, these two play really well together. Very, 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 very strong duo. Spacepen is really good as well, and they're trying a different duo, going for a little more of that power damage and a little more of that CC. He's got to be really careful. He's not using Elixir U. Is he using at least Rune of the Leadership? He is using Rune of the Leadership. Spacepen is going a little more defensive as well. But this is going to be a lot of heavy pressure. He's got to be able to land his CCs, and it's going to be hard on Naru and Helio to land those. These guys are very, very, very perceptive. They're always watching for their animations, especially on a holo. They're very animated. It's very easy to see those. So he's got to be really careful. He's got to hide them quickly. He already uses his shockwave, easily mitigated by both competitors, Naru and Helio, seeing that from a mile away, putting up the heavy pressure onto Spacepen, who's taking a lot of damage. He's gone through a lot of his mantras already, burned through them way too quickly. But this is the type of things that makes a difference between Spacepen is a very strong player, but when you're going against really top tier players, this is the difference. Not getting so squirrely, not getting too excited, saving your cooldowns, using the terrain, or even using W as your main source of damage mitigation. And as you can see the difference over here, let's take a look over here. He's actually gone through 2 of his tombs. He hasn't gone through his third. Spaceman is actually sitting on the equivalent. He's gone through one of his mantras. But Naru Helio over here is still sitting with a lot of mantras available. 3 casts on this one over here for his opening passage. They actually end up getting the down onto discharge. Helio and Naru taking a very, very dominant stride in this tournament, which is to be expected, but I love having them here. They really, like I said, they set that standard. You need to be this good. You know what I mean? And I constantly do these tournaments, so it's giving people motivation. It's giving them a reason to start to practice. You know what I mean? You actually have solid prizes. You have actual... You can win in the 1v1s easily 100 gold for getting into first place. And like I said, I do them every day, so it's not the same people that are always entering. I try to saturate it as much as I can, so you always get different people. You know, the guy knows another tournament's coming around the corner, so if he doesn't make that one, he'll bow out. And I also have a lot of top tier players that are very, very cool, because they don't always come in with the same one. They're not necessarily looking just for the gold. They actually come in with different classes. They try different things, so you don't always see the same monotony. And big ups to those guys as well, like Bountiful. He's one of the main guys that I see often, and he's always coming in with a different class, or lighter, or tight current. These guys, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Big ups to you too as well, because this wouldn't be possible without the community. I literally, all of my prize pool is all from the community. It's all donations. People who want to see this type of content. There's nothing out there and they're begging for it, and they just give me donations. Super cool. Nature Salad is one of my top donators. Big up to you, Nature Salad. Thank you so much, my friend. So Naru and Helio going for the top ground right here, trying to put the pressure. He actually gets the shockwave, but immediately broke stun by Helio. He's trying to keep the pressure up. They're doing a really good job right now, and Spaceman is not getting... He's not getting too squirrely. He's still got a lot of his tombs. He's only staying in his first one right now. He's gone through a couple of his matches, but he's sitting really good. Let's take a look at Helio. He's already gone through 2 of his tombs. Spaceman is actually doing a much better job of managing his cooldowns. He's doing a really good job. He's got to keep an eye on discharge, though. He's got to burn through a couple of them. He's finally going into his second tomb. Now Naru, the Helio still hasn't gone into his. They're actually trying to put some heavy pressure, but discharge has gone down. I think that was the best match I've seen so far between anybody that faced Naru so far. And Helio, Spaceman, and Discharge put up the best pressure. But it's also going to be an interesting match for the next one. So that's Naru and Helio that move into the finals. Now we're going to have our third place match, which is Tyke versus Tyke Kern. And as I mentioned, guys, Not only are we giving out 450 gold to first place, 270 gold to second place, 180 gold to third place, 100 gold for the team who put on the most entertaining matches, and as well I'm giving 20 gold out to any of my subscribers at the end of the tournament. I'm going to ask them to choose a number from 1 to 20. Whoever chooses the number closest to what I have chosen gets an extra 20 gold just for being a subscriber. This is just another way for me to try to give back to those. So Space Pen is already entered. Once again, guys, for those of you who just joined and you haven't seen the bracket, let me just copy this here and paste this over here. This is the challenge.com. These are our brackets. Now here we go, Space Pen versus Discharge versus Tycoon and OG. I think this is going to be a very entertaining match. Tycoon and OG have yet to fail me with their entertainment. They've been doing a really good job. A lot of clutch plays going back and forth, and OG still has Signet. This is going to be good. Once again, I want to thank you guys for following, man, or just watching. Click that follow or subscribe if you like this type of content. Every single day I do a 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, or a Fashion Wars. So OG trying to bait him out a little bit to get him in. Tycoon doing a good job of opening up onto Space Pen. They're trying to mitigate the damage. OG's in a bad spot. He's got Shield of Wrath up, trying to pour it up to him, trying to get the damage with the Great Sword. He's going with the Whirlwind, dropping some cleave, pops his Renewed Focus to try to mitigate some damage. Tycoon working on Space Pen. He's getting him really low, but OG goes down. Is Tycoon going for the banner? It looks like he might go for the banner. There he is. He does drop it. He gets the res on OG, but OG immediately goes right back down. A big overcharge shot on Tycoon. Now it's all the pressure on Tycoon. Can he get the cleave onto Space Pen? Space Pen doesn't have much left in his tool belt. He's gone through all his mantras, so that was actually a really good job. Tycoon actually gets the down on Space Pen after OG goes down. He's just trying to cleave as much as he can. Discharge trying to get the res while he's in Elixir S. Does he have enough damage? Tycoon just cleaving away. He gets a big stomp on Discharge. And like I fucking told you guys, Tycoon is a monster warrior. This is an individual that is underrated, not seen too much, but he is a dominant warrior. One of the top tier warriors in NA, in my opinion, for sure. Good job by Turkin right there, Tycoon. Super impressive performance. That's a 1-0 series. Just run to the map chat really quick to solicit. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for that follow. Who was that? Ethereal Tricks. Thank you so much for that follow, man. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna run right back in. Sorry guys for that. Once again, thanks for watching, guys. This is our third place match. Hopefully I haven't missed any of it and they haven't started just yet. Yeah, they're just about to start. Here we go. They're actually, Discharge doesn't seem to be moving. Actually does start to engage now. OG and Tycoon trying to keep the pressure. He gets the shockwave up, trying to get some damage mitigation up. Tycoon doing a good job of mitigating. OG's got to be really careful. He's always going to be the focus of target. Discharge gets unlucky over there on the hollow leap and gets locked behind the wall. He does get the bubble up. Tycoon taking heavy damage. Now they're trying to turn on Tycoon. But OG, they're both really low here. It's going to be super dangerous. OG doesn't seem to be moving. He's going really slow. He's going for the Signet Res. Does he get it? He gets the Signet Res. Is Tycoon going to go for the banner? No, he doesn't get the banner. They make quick work of him and shut him down quickly. They're not having any more of those meme jokes going around. I don't want that Signet. I don't want that banner. Really good job by OG and Tycoon. Very entertaining. Discharge and Space Pen saying, nah, not today, man. I'm shutting that shit down. They did a really good job on that one. Let me take a look at his build. I don't think he made any major changes. He is running demo. Maybe demo was a change. If you guys know, let me know. But so far, as it stands, the most entertaining team in this tourney so far has been Tycoon and OG. That's who I'm going to give the 100 gold to. If anybody in Twitch chat has any other deviation from that, or wants to nominate someone else or some other team for the most entertaining, you let me know. But so far, the 100 gold to the most entertaining team is going to be going to Tycoon and OG for sure. Thanks so much for watching once again, guys. This is I made this Twitch channel to bring some PvP content to Guild Wars 2. I do tournaments every single day. If you like this type of stuff and you want to keep track of when I do it, every day between 8 and 11 p.m. during the weekdays and earlier on the weekends, so I can get those people who I haven't reached at night during the day. Click that follow or click that subscribe button if you so choose. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. So here we come with Discharge coming out. He's already stealthed Spaceman and him. They're trying to go in for the quick engage on OG. OG's got to be really careful. Right there, he got caught in a double CC chain. He does manage to mitigate that. He's already popped his renewed focus without putting any pressure down. He goes into the Whirling Wrath, tries to get the Binding Blade. He's taking heavy pressure right now. Tycoon does have the banner ready if he so chooses. They're finally getting some heavy pressure down onto Spaceman. Spaceman's got to be really careful. OG's trying to come back to mitigate. OG's really low. He's got to be really careful. They finally separate him. Looks like he's going for the banner. He does land the banner on OG, but it's already, he does get it, actually. His discharge is really low. He gets the big pushback by Space, and he's trying to get the whirlwind. OG ends up falling again. Can Tycoon do it? No, I don't think he's going to be able to do this. Discharge is really high. Oh my god, he's going in for the kills, trying to get him with the hammer. Good overcharge shot by Discharge. That was super clutch. And that's our third place finalist. That goes to Space Penton and Futile, who gets third place. This is our finals match. It's going to be Naru and Helio versus Zach and Hannibal. Count and Anya were pretty close. That was there. See, they were very close. But I just think that the Signet and the banner and the clutch res is coming out just made for a super entertaining match. Zaki and Hannibal versus Anya and Anonymous was a very entertaining match. That was really high tier stuff that we watched. So it is definitely up for a nomination. But in my opinion, I'm still going to give it to Tyke and Oshi. So take a quick look at what Hannibal is running over here. He's got Scepter Torch, he's running with Staff, he's got Balthazar with Sage, he's also got Blood Magic, Soul Reaping, and Scourge. Let's take a look at Zaki over here. He's running Staff with Mace Shield. He's also got Monk with Mender's Amulet, Valor with Honor and Firebrand. Let's take a look at Helio, Honor, Valor, and Firebrand. He's also running the same thing, Monk with Mender. He's running Staff with Mace Shield. Let's take a look at Narumancer over here. He's running with Balthazar and Sage as well, Scepter, Torch, and Staff. And he's, oh, thank you so much for that follow, man. I really appreciate it. 5 Nimu. Thank you, guys. When you do that, it kind of shows the appreciation back to me. They're running very similar builds. They've already engaged. Naru's sitting really back. I mean, Helio was caught really far back. They're both kind of mitigating damage really well. I'm going to want to keep track of the tombs that these two Firebrands are going through. One is already in his Tomb of Justice, and one's in his other tomb. I forgot the tomb of this one. Tomb of Courage or Tomb of, I don't know what it is, but it's one of his tombs. He's going through it. He's finally gone into his second tomb. Let's take a look at Zaki. He's finally in his, they're both going toe-to-toe right here. Red team getting the better of the exchange. Naru got to be really careful right now. Zaki and Hannibal doing an impressive job right now. Really mitigating a lot of healing coming out from Naru, from Helio. Just kind of shutting him down, keeping him in a lot of CC chain. Now they're using LOS to their main advantage. Good job by Zaki trying to mitigate some damage. He's separated a little bit from Green. He's got to be a little careful right here. but this is a really good exchange. I think these guys are going to go into the map mechanic. They're doing a really good job of mitigating, not going through too many of their cooldowns too quickly. He's gone through all of his 3 tombs. He has still access to one of his tombs. Zaki doing a really good job. He's still got a lot of mantras up at his disposal. Helio too still has a lot of mantras at his disposal. Let's look at Naru over here, still looking really strong. Naru over here still looking really strong. Actually, Hannibal doing a little better on cooldowns. He has actually used a lot of them. But Zaki and Hannibal are actually forcing the better position on this map right now, pushing Naru and Helio into the back end of the map. They don't have really a response for this. Red team is doing an incredible job. Helio getting really low. He's run out of all his cooldowns. He's gone out of all of his tombs. His mantra is almost at the end of it. They just got to keep the pressure down onto Zaki doing a really good job. He doesn't have any cooldowns. Let's see how green is. Ooh, this is a really good match. They're standing toe-to-toe. They're trying to dominate the position. Naru and Helio finally able to counter and push them back slightly. That was super impressive so far. We have 0 time left on the map mechanic, so there's no more healing. Naru and Helio are doing a better job of maintaining their cooldowns toward the end of the match, because it's super important. You got to maintain those, and you got to make sure that, hey, the map mechanic is coming. I got to make sure I have cooldowns. I got to make sure I'm ready for this fight when it comes down to it. I know there's no more healing, and here they come trying to engage hard onto Naru and Helio, trying to keep the heavy pressure. They got the better positioning right now, but once the mechanic starts to come into play, Naru and Helio got the better position. And they actually dominated at the end over there. Zaki and Hannibal did a really, really, really good job. That was very impressive. And as I mentioned, the only rules in this map are you can't change your class, and you cannot class stack. So this gives them a lot of options to change. They're able to make a lot of variations. They can counter if they want. They can change specs, weapons, sigils, runes, amulets, utilities, whatever they so choose. They just have to keep the same class, and they can't class stack. But that was an impressive display. Now maybe they're going to be a little more aware of the map mechanic. So when it starts to get close to that time, I think they got a little excited. They were putting the heavy pressure. They were dominating the terrain. They were forcing them back into a position they didn't want to be. They were backs up against the wall. But they basically got a little complacent with the timer. They didn't save their cooldowns. They weren't aware of it. And I think maybe that's what Naru and Helio were doing. They were kind of just sitting back, just saying, you know what, the timer's coming. Let's try to just face tank a lot of this, sit back a little bit, and then when the timer pops, we have all our cooldowns ready and just go at them. And that's exactly what they did. And I think hopefully this time Zaki and Hannibal are going to be a little more aware and be a little more cautious about their cooldowns once it starts getting close to that map mechanic. It's going to be really crucial for them. But they've put on a very impressive showing so far. This is probably one of the most dominant showings I've seen against Naru and Helio in this tournament so far. Big Fear coming out right away. He's engaging really, really, really quickly. Going to the no port spot. It's not too advantageous for the no port. None of them are going to really come on top of them really, really quickly. They're doing some good job of mitigation, getting some good CC stun, dropping some cleave and some AoE damage. But they're both sustaining really well. Let's take a quick look at Zaki. He's onto his second tomb already. Let's take a quick look at Helio. He's already into his second tomb already. These guys are going toe-to-toe right now for exchanges. Really, 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 really close match. Let's take a quick look at Hannibal. Let's take a quick look at Helio. These guys are sitting almost mirroring each other pretty much in respect to cooldown usage. Naru taking a lot of damage right now. He's got to be really careful, but Helio right there giving him a lot of sustain, but he had to use a lot in order to mitigate a lot of that. Both of them are still sitting at the exact same level, and both really, really tough. This is a really good match. Remember, guys, this is a best of 5 series. Now Naru and Helio once again pushing themselves back into that awkward corner. They don't necessarily want to be there. It's very easy for them to drop AoE and keep the cleave pressure on. But once again, like I mentioned, it is getting closer to the end of the map mechanic, so maybe they're just trying to bunker down, hold the position. And they actually flipped the script quite a bit onto Zaki and Helio and Hannibal, trying to put the pressure. Nice CC over there coming out of red team. And they're both sustaining really well. We're getting really close to the map mechanics. So we've got 30 seconds left. So 30 seconds, all of his tombs should be up. But right now, Zaki has got nothing left in his toolkit. Same with Helio. He's got nothing left in his toolkit. He's still got a couple mantras. Let me take a quick look at Zaki. He's still got a couple mantras. They're doing really good. So toe-to-toe. Let's look at Naru. He's gone through a couple of his cooldowns, but they are coming back. He's in Spectral Walk. And same with Hannibal. And they've got 6 seconds left. All their cooldowns are coming up. We should have his tombs coming up. We should have his tombs coming up. And they both are. Now it's all about a matter of attrition here. You got to be really careful. Positioning is key. Zaki and Hannibal pushing themselves into a position they don't want to be. Ghastly Breach has been popped. They're trying to put as much pressure as they can. Naru's starting to take some. The barrier's starting to go away for the red team. They got to be really, 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 really careful now. He's trying to back out. Now that Naru and Helio have the better positioning on this map, they're trying to engage them and close the pressure, putting in the gap. Oh, just both dropping AoE. Zaki and Hannibal got to be really quick. This is really good. There's a lot of barrier up from Helio and the blue team, but once that barrier is gone, they're sitting at about the same health. Zaki's got to be really careful on what he's doing right now. Helio's almost down. Oh my goodness, Helio's super close. Zaki's already gone down. Helio's down. Naru's almost down. Naru's gone down. He's got to make sure that Zaki doesn't get up. Zaki, you got to do this. Come on, Hannibal, keep the cleave up, but he's also got to be aware of the map mechanic because Zaki is really close to the map mechanic. He might die first. This is bad news. Oh no. Really bad news. That was the map mechanic that took advantage of them. That was an incredible match, my goodness. But this is where the map mechanic really takes effect. Even positioning on where you die. If then you smartly by Naru and Helio, they died on the farthest edge of the corner. They've done a lot of these tourneys that I've conducted. At least 4 or 5 of the tourneys I've conducted that they've been in. So they're experienced in this and they know this. Hannibal, I don't see it. I think I've seen in too many of mine. Hannibal, Zaki's probably been in about 1 or 2 of my tournaments. But that's where the experience comes in and just the knowledge. And these little things is what makes the difference. And that's what separates a top tier player from your average player. Those little subtle differences. Knowing full well that the map mechanic is coming down and he makes sure that he's at the farthest possible point. But that was impressive showing, and as I mentioned, Zaki and Hannibal, they both made sure that they had their cooldowns. They were much more prepared for that map mechanic to engage, and that was an incredible showing. Really impressive performance, and they would have won that if that little map mechanic didn't kill them. But at the same time, maybe they wouldn't even gotten Naru and Helio down if it wasn't for the map mechanic. So it's a double-edged sword in that respect. Now they're both engaging pretty hard. Naru and Helio got the better advantage terrain-wise, trying to keep the heavy pressure onto Hannibal, but they can't lose their momentum. Now this is a bad position for Zaki and Hannibal. There's a lot of pressure coming onto him. He's using a lot of his cooldowns in order to mitigate these. As you can see, now Helio's doing a better job right now because of so much pressure that they put onto Hannibal, but it is a lot of time before the map mechanic, so they have a lot of time to mitigate and to back up and get some cooldowns back into their pocket. They're still forcing the pressure onto him. They just separated Helio and Hannibal. Good job by Hannibal rolling back into his firebrand. He saw the separation. One was on the top tier, one was on the lower tier. He quickly dodge rolled right back to Hannibal to keep the damage up or to keep the mitigation up. Now we're back into a stalemate. Let's take a look at Zaki's cooldowns. He's gone through 2 of his tombs. Let's take a look at Helio. He's finally just gone 2 of his tombs. Right now they're still sitting at pretty much close. Let's take a look at Hannibal right here. He's gone through a couple of his cooldowns. Helio right here has gone through all of his cooldowns except for 1. This is a really good exchange. We got 40 seconds left, and as I mentioned, his cooldowns are going to come back right around the 2 cooldown. He's going to come, his tombs are going to come back right around in the map mechanic. They're exchanging really well. This is some top tier class action that we have right here. Wow, guys, holy moly. Naru and Helio getting really pressured right now by Zaki and Hannibal, putting up a good fight. Oof, this is probably one of the better matches I've seen in the 2v2s. And as I mentioned, for my next 2v2, there's going to be no firebranded scourge allowed. Just to kind of mitigate that and open up the venue to a little more. 5 seconds left on our cooldowns. Now we got Hannibal with a lot of his cooldowns. Zaki's got everything available to him. Helio's got everything available to him. Helio's ready to go, but Green Smoke is not doing too good. Hannibal's sitting at a really low health pool. This is a very bad luck for him. He should have made sure that he topped up just before the cooldown, but they have the better positioning as of now. But once that AoE starts to close in, now Hannibal doing a good job of trying to stay backed out. They get the line of warding up to try to keep them positioned in that hard spot. Oof, maybe he can get that Signet Res. He doesn't have Signet Res. He's trying to go for the hard res on him, but he's not going to be able to do it. And I think he knows that it's over. And that, I believe, is it. That's 3-0 for Helio and Naru. Okay, so, and for those of you who are in Twitch chat, if you are a subscriber, I'd like you to pick a number from 1 to 20. So if you're in my Twitch chat and you are a subscriber, choose a number from 1 to 20. And if there are no subscribers, I only have 10 subscribers here, guys. So maybe if they're not here, they're not here. I get to keep the 20 gold. But if you are here, guys, choose a number 1 to 20 and I will send you 20 gold. Tech Mojo's got the 5. So if there's any other subscriber, choose. I'll give you about 5 minutes to go through that. And if you are here, any subscribers, thank you so much for coming, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it. Urbanog, I do not believe you're a subscriber, so I cannot give you that 20 gold. This is only for subscribers, only to my channel. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I do these almost every single day. Matter of fact, every single day. Take a look at my videos, all in the highlights videos. You'll see my 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s, and I do Fashion Wars. Once or twice a week, I'll do a Fashion Wars contest. So if you like this type of content, click that follow, click that subscribe. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. Hey, Nog, just subscribe, buddy. Thank you so much for the subscription, buddy. You are the fucking best. Now I'm able to let you participate. I'm a Twitch noob. No problem, Nog. Thank you so much for that. Oh, it was Tech Mojo who actually gifted him. Tech Mojo, you fucking monster. Tech Mojo gifts it to him. No problem. Don't even worry about it. Tech Mojo, my main subscriber. He's really helpful in my Twitch. Sorry, guys. I'm just, thank you, Nog. Yes. And Deep. And Tech Mojo gives a subscription to Deep Plays. Thank you so much, Tech Mojo. You're a fucking monster. Tech Mojo. So Deep Plays, you can also participate in this as well. So if you'd like to pick a number, I'll give that to you as well. Tech Mojo. Fucking monster, Tech Mojo. Thank you so much for those subs. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, 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 really do appreciate it. I'm going to take about a 15-20 minute break so I can organize everything, send out the winnings to all the guys who won, and make sure that they're all content and happy. I'm also going to give the top team for the most entertaining matches to Tycoon and OG. If anybody has anything to say otherwise, let me know. But I think I'm going to give it to Tycoon and OG. Although Hannibal and Naru's match were really good, but they're first and second place, so they can get their gold from that as well. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Click that follow, click that subscribe. And the one who got closest to it was actually Tech Mojo. So Tech Mojo, you're getting the 20 gold, my friend. Thank you so much. Nog, you got really close. Deep Place, you got really close. Thank you, Exedis, for the follow. I really appreciate that, dudes. You guys are fucking awesome. Woot woot. I do these every single day, and I bring them for you guys. ANET's not giving us any content, so I'm the one trying to give that content to you. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are fucking awesome and incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Click that follow, click that subscribe. And once again, big ups to Tech Mojo, a beast, man, in my Twitch channel. I could not, like, wow, I am so grateful to have you in my channel, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tech Mojo. There's your 20 gold, Tech Mojo. You're a beast. Yeah, I got you, boy. I got you. Tech Mojo's a monster. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you coming out. I'm probably going to do some chill, just hang out, unranked after this with the boys in Discord. So if you're interested in joining me afterwards, you're more than welcome to do so. And tomorrow I'm doing a 1v1 tournament. There's going to be about 200 gold in prizes. It's going to be earlier in the day, earlier than today. It's probably going to be around 3-4 p.m. Eastern time in the server. So thank you so much again for watching, guys. Click that follow, click that subscribe. If you like this type of stuff, check out my highlights videos. If you want to donate, there's a donate button at the bottom as well. I have my daily schedule, a little bit about me, who am I, and what I bring to the table if you want to take a look. Thank you so much, Nog. I really appreciate it, bro. Thank you. And you're a new subscriber to the channel. Thanks to Tech Mojo. Woo woo. Thank you, guys. You guys are fucking awesome, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Thanks again.